My morning routine used to take an hour. News, stocks, emails, competitor updates, all of it was manual and all of it was eating time. Now, with my army of AI agents, it takes 0 minutes and it's done before I wake up, delivered to my phone, and it's done at zero cost. So let me show you how. By the end of this video, you will have a fully working Hermes AI agent running on your own machine using a local model, a local web search, and a Telegram interface with no cost. So if you're new here, I am Priyanka Vergadia. I have been in the AI and cloud space for 15 plus years at Google, Microsoft, some startups. And at Google, I led the launch of Gemini Code Assist. And at Microsoft, I lead AI transformation for enterprises. So I see companies adopting AI from ground up and seeing everything from 0 to 100 and in between. So I share my learnings on this channel. With that, let's start by briefly clarifying what an AI agent is, because I still see a lot of confusion between chatbot and an AI agent. So, what is an AI agent? A chatbot responds, an AI agent acts. So when you message Claude or ChatGPT, it generates a reply. It's one step and it's done. An agent takes your request, it decides what tools it needs, calls them, it reads the results, and then loops through that process until the task is complete. It's multiple steps, autonomous decisions, and no hand holding from you. Now, Hermes is built for that kind of multi-step workflow. Research a topic, pull sources, write a summary, send it to your phone, read a document, extract the specific information that you need from there, reformat the output, and when that entire loop is running locally on a model that you downloaded, a search tool that you host yourself, none of it touches someone else's server, and it costs you much less. So where does Hermes come from? Well, Hermes is an AI agent built by News Research, one of the biggest open source AI labs in the world right now. What they built with Hermes is different from most agent frameworks because of one decision that they took. Every time Hermes finishes a task, it writes down what it learned. It creates a skill file, a reusable set of instructions for that exact type of work. So the next time you ask for something similar, it doesn't start from zero. It reads its own notes, and those skill files rewrite themselves over time based on how you use them. And that is not a configuration setting. That is the core architecture which distinguishes Hermes from OpenClaw and other things. The other thing worth knowing is Hermes is fully self-hosted. You run it on your own machine or your own server. Nothing goes anywhere that you didn't tell it to go. And for most workflows, that matters. And we will see that in my demo in just a little bit. Now, why is Hermes different? I know what you're thinking. I already use Claude Coworker, ChatGPT, OpenClaw. Why do I need this new thing? Now, the real problem is that Claude and ChatGPT reset every single time. Every new conversation they start from zero. They don't know what you worked on last week. They don't remember your preferences from 3 sessions ago. Every time that you open a new chat, you are re-explaining yourself to a system that has no memory of its own. So Hermes is different fundamentally in this regard. Every time Hermes finishes a task, it writes down what it learned, literally creates a skill file for itself, so the next time you ask the same type of work, it doesn't figure it out from scratch. It reads its own notes and runs faster. The skill files inside Hermes rewrite themselves based on how you use them. Now, the second difference is persistent memory across sessions. So Hermes builds a profile of you over time, your preferences, your content style, your workflows. A week from now, it knows how you work. A month from now, it has context on your projects. And Claude doesn't do this by default. ChatGPT doesn't do this at this level. And the third difference is parallel execution. Now, when you give Hermes a complex task, say monitor 4 competitors and send you a daily report, it doesn't work through them one at a time. It splits itself into sub-agents that run simultaneously. They all read, summarize, and compare in parallel. And a few minutes later, the report hits your Telegram. And that is the difference between a tool that assists you and a tool that works for you, just like a human team. Now, some of you will be thinking about OpenClaw right now, and that is totally fine. How does OpenClaw stacks with Hermes? I'm going to come back to that properly after the demo, because I want you to have seen what Hermes actually does before we talk about that comparison. It'll make a lot more sense that way, and you probably wouldn't even need it. All right, so now you know what you're actually building. Let's start setting up Hermes. We're going to need 2 things. First, we're going to set up Hermes, which is the agent itself. Inside that, we will have web search and Telegram. And then from there, we are going to install local model Gemma and show you that. Now, to install Hermes, go to the GitHub repo, copy the install command, open a fresh terminal, and paste that in. Now it scans your entire system, installs what's missing, and then drops you into a configuration flow. You choose a full setup for the first time you do it, and when it asks for the model provider, you can choose any endpoint here. I've set up Anthropic, but you can choose whichever model you pay for. We will set up local Gemma model later, so hold that thought for now. And then for the terminal, I'm keeping it at my local terminal. And then once you have made that choice, it'll ask you to start picking your platform of choice for the gateway. And I'm selecting Telegram here, but you could continue with Slack or WhatsApp. So for Telegram, it's going to ask you to pick the token, and the token will come from when you log into Telegram and have it installed. There's something called a BotFather, and at that stage, you just write /start, and it'll give you the details of what you need to do to grab the information about the token and your bot's identity. Once you have all that, your bot is going to start working. My bot is called Pinky. Once you have your bot ready, you can start chatting with it right away, and you will be able to talk to Hermes and your setup there. Now, you could set up Slack. I'm not doing that here. You could set up some of the other channels. I'm not doing that here. I also set up web search and scraping and some of the other things that I asked for. Local browser, I'm using just a local browser to do any of the browsing. I'm using file.ai. This is a paid version provider also for browsing. Then next I'm using for TTS, text to speech, Gemini. And then I'm using Firecrawl self-hosted for searching. And you could use DuckDuckGo or any other free versions as well, or you could choose a paid option. And with that, we are ready to go. The Hermes is set up. And you see the rest of the commands: Hermes setup and config and gateway install. You could go back and change the models whenever you like. And now we are in business. Now we can get to some of the other fun stuff. So then I created a dashboard, which is a great visual way of learning about all the settings that Hermes has. So 2 settings here that actually matter are, the first one is context compression. The default is at 0.5. It keeps the window manageable, and I would just leave it there. The second is the session reset, and it's set it to reset daily or after an inactivity window. Everything else you can just tune later once you've used it for a week or so. But these are the places where you could come in and change the settings. Now, I love the Kanban feature, which allows you to see all of the agents that are running. You can even kick off a task and the agents get kicked off in the background. I kicked off a task here going through the latest AI news and create a summary for me to read. And it creates the documents for me, and I can go through the documents and read them right here. Now that the Hermes agent is set up and running with all the configurations, we are ready to set up our local Gemma model. So I would go to ollama.com for it, grab the installer for whatever OS you are on. You could also just use the command here. I'm just going to use the command directly since our Hermes is already installed. And once it's installed, it's ready to go. And now that we have Gemma 4 set up, installed with Hermes, we can start putting it to use. Now, have it write a poem here. The easiest task that could be given, it is just to verify that everything is working. And there we go. All of it looks to work. We do have a beautiful poem written by Gemma. Now, here's where I want to talk about something really important. And this is the part every other tutorial I think skips. Now, choosing a local model isn't just about size. It's about matching the model to the job you're going to do. Now, Qwen 2.5 codes really well. Gemma 4 and Qwen 3 8 billion are the go-to picks for agentic tool calling. And Llama 3.3 handles fast summarization and general assistance. Now, if you get this right and the whole thing runs locally, privately, for free, it becomes a really good setup. That is why I'm picking Gemma 4 here, and I have installed Qwen 2.5 Coder for basic coding tasks and Llama for summarization as well. And I have Anthropic Claude that I pay for the max version, but I use it more efficiently for tasks that really need that deep thinking and creativity. I just swap out models as needed in Hermes and it will be ready to use. Now that we have Hermes running, how does it make my life in those mornings easier? I want to show you that with 3 examples. The first is my morning briefing. Every day, I want a clean summary of what's happening in the world. It's not an app that I have to open, not a newsletter that I have to scroll through. I type this prompt once in Telegram, and from now on, Hermes does it on a schedule automatically without me asking again. Now, Hermes opens all the news sites simultaneously, reads and ranks the headlines, builds a PDF, and sends that to me on my phone under a few minutes. And tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., it does it again. No prompt is required. That is the loop and one instruction and ongoing output for me. Now, stock market watchdog. The second one is for anyone who tracks financial positions but hates the obsessive refresh cycle. Now, I follow a handful of stocks every day, but I don't want to check prices every 10 minutes. But I also don't want to miss a 5% swing. So I gave Hermes the job. Every weekday at 4:15 p.m., my Telegram pings, closing prices, percentage moves, and if something jumped more than 3%, Hermes finds a headline that might explain it, formatted clearly, delivered automatically. No dashboards are needed for this. I don't need a subscription, and there's no manual checking required. And here's what makes this genuinely different from a price alert app. After the first run, Hermes wrote a skill for this task. Next time I add a stock to this list, it doesn't need to figure out a process from scratch. It reads its own notes, and the second run is faster than the first run, and the 10th run is even faster. Competitor intelligence. This is the next one where the parallel execution feature that I mentioned earlier actually shows up in real world. So I build a lot of content and I go through a lot of different news and research papers and spend a lot of time learning about what is happening in the AI and cloud world today. I thought I'll give this task to Hermes and watch what it does. It doesn't run one search at a time. It splits itself into 4 parallel subagents, one for each competitor, all running simultaneously, reading, summarizing, comparing what's there today versus what was there yesterday. And a few minutes later, the PDF lands in my Telegram. Each competitor has its own section, new launches, pricing changes, notable announcements, all summarized. And companies pay market intelligence analysts anywhere from $60,000 to $120,000 a year to do this exact thing, which Hermes does it for the cost of whatever your hardware is and that you're already running, and every single morning without being asked twice. And the constraint here is just your local model. A 9 GB model is not going to match the frontier cloud model on deep reasoning chains. It's slower and it'll make more mistakes on complex multi-step tasks, but that's the trade-off you're making. What you get in exchange is zero cost per query, complete data privacy, and a system that you fully control. Now, there are a lot more features that I recommend you play around with in Hermes, like soul.md, to personalize your agent to do exactly how you like things done, like tones. Here, I've set mine with my own personality, and all I did was I let it know via Telegram who I am and fed my website to it. I also asked it to do a web search on me and learn more about me, and then it came up with this soul.md, which looks perfect to me. Okay, now that you've seen what Hermes actually does, let's talk about why Hermes over OpenClaw. Now, the shortest answer that I'm going to give you today is that OpenClaw relies on polished toolbox of built-in skills, while Hermes is a learning agent that builds custom skills over time and saves them. Now, if you want me to do a comparison, drop a comment below and I will work on that video for you. Now I want to address another elephant in the room, which is how is this different from Claude Coworker, where I can schedule tasks on my own that run autonomously for me? Well, for me, the biggest difference here is the cost. And I think not every task really requires you to use Opus or Sonnet. It's all about cost efficiency. So my agents can work on tasks that make sense to run in a local model versus using Sonnet or Opus or other expensive models for when I need to do more intense tasks. The other difference that I think is very important to understand is I would trust Claude to be doing things securely, so I can give it access to my Gmail or my Drive, but I am maintaining and managing this infrastructure for Hermes myself, so I don't know if I'm always current on the security things. So that is something to consider if you are new, or if you don't want to deal with that, you could potentially use Coworker for that. It's not a this versus that for me. It's more of like, what are the tasks I'm going to use Claude Coworker for, and what are the tasks I'm going to hand off to Hermes. All right, so if you stuck around this far, drop a comment for me. I'd really appreciate it. Let me know what you'd like to see next from me. In the meantime, check out my video on MCP here. Bye.